going on. I feel like shit today, so I don't know. I don't get it. That's fucking stupid. Low energy, right? Fucking strobe lights went off at my job today. They got a leaky pipe and sets off the fire alarm. I got strobe lights. What are you doing?
Strobe light.
Yeah, it's a fucking fire alarm.
Why is it fire alarm like causing technical?
I don't fucking know. Every fucking thing where I work, every building is connected to the same. Yeah, it's our backup classes. So I ain't in a good mood today. Even though we had a slightly favorable outcome across the country.
I mean, slightly favorable. That fuck's going to jail where he belongs.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Who said it best?
It's more than slightly favorable.
You know who said it best? And I'm going to quote her, and she's a polarizing person. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went right on to Instagram to say that this was injustice today because the shit keeps happening. So what happened today was like the bare minimum.
This is not justice. It's called accountability.
Correct. Yeah. Well, no, this is the system working at its bare minimum. In other words, some guy, suffocates a person to death when he was already incapacitated. This is bare minimum.
You want to know the truth? What I think?
What?
That jury would have probably let him off if they weren't like, if we do this, they're gonna burn down the fucking city.
Well, that's a problem.
And then so they were all like, we don't want to be responsible for that, so they just fucking convicted him.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. That is what Laura Ingraham was saying on Fox today. She's going, they did this because they were afraid of the outcome of doing their job.
Right.
Now, I don't want that to be the thing, and I wish people like a fucking congresswoman would shut her mouth and wait until
the right-wing people act like.
But
doing their job is to lick the boots and let them get away.
Well, we know
whatever. According to right-wing people, the police should be able to treat you however they want.
Well, this was the answer that you got from all the pundits on the right today was the first person they went to was Jeanine Pirro. And she goes, I want everyone to know that this is an example of the system working. A guy did something clearly wrong and went to jail. Julia, I don't know. Now the question's going to be, this is the thing. It's going to be, because you got Derek Michael Chauvin for what he clearly did. It was an example of the system working, and we don't need to revisit this again. Not every cop is him. They're already talking about what she did is only, warrants manslaughter and not murder, which is a much lighter sentence.
The taser
woman
chick?
Yeah, they're already talking manslaughter, not murder. So I
believe that more than 9 minutes to me shows
deliberate.
Yeah, that he had 9 minutes to change his mind and let the guy, take his knee off of his neck, and he didn't do it.
No, well,
so that's a lot different than that split second.
Right.
Like I can see, even though I think it's massively incompetent that she didn't know the difference between her fucking taser and her pistol. It happened in a split second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't say, oh, she thought about this,
The damning thing for Chauvin was that an EMT showed up on the scene and said, whoa, this guy's not responding. Let me do my job. Identified who she was. She was an off-duty EMT. And she goes, let me do my job. And they wouldn't let her. So.
Right. And he's just still kept his knee on his neck.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think it's funny. I don't even think it's ironically funny.
The guy is not moving at all. Don't you think you could take his?
Yeah, I know. I need his hand in his pocket. Look, he's gone. I felt, my immediate reaction was mixed. For a split second, I was looking up images of him, and you know what they did? The media. I don't know who it was. All of a sudden, images of his wife started popping up, and she started trending. And she's some Malaysian model.
Whose wife?
Derek Chauvin.
Okay. The cop's wife.
Yeah, and she's some Malaysian model, some Thai woman, very attractive. And my first thought was, oh my God.
Mail order, you think?
No, I don't know. I'm not even going that route. I just wondering. Yeah, and And I look at it and I went, God, I feel bad for this woman. But then I thought to myself, yeah, but you know what? He had every opportunity to do the right thing. And he took the lowest of low roads and he dragged a lot of people down with him.
Well, there's also a lot of people who don't know because he didn't allow it into court, but he had like 7 or 8 other multiple complaints against him for being violent and mistreating people.
Gone.
No, but I'm saying they didn't let that into the court. So it's not like this was an isolated incident. This guy was a fucking jerk off and had been for a long time.
Well, the prosecutor for the state of Minnesota said, believe your eyes. What you saw and what you felt in your gut was correct.
Yes.
And I don't know, Julia, you know, if there's accountability across the board, but I will say this. It was I think, a baby step in the right direction, because just because you got one guy, this is what a lot of these politicians say. And AOC said is, don't let this conviction replace responsibility. So she kept pointing to the Capitol building, and she kept saying, don't take this conviction as law. We still have to legislate to make sure this doesn't happen again. Sure. And she was right. I mean, you know, there's a lot of talk. She's a dumbass. They you know, they catch her in a quip or something like that. She, to me, is very bright. And, you know, you're not going to like anything that anyone does. So in this day and age, I'm happy that there are people out there saying what needs to be said, which is, I'm not happy with the conviction because this should not have happened in the first place. Justice would have been if the guy was home with his family. And if the guy had mental health issues, clearly, drug abuse, clearly, once the guy's incapacitated, just get him the fuck out of there. You know how many dirtbags we see in this city alone? And you walk down the street and you're like, I wish I didn't have to be around this person. But does that mean I want them to be violently killed or slowly? I don't want any of that. Nobody should. The point what you do is where I got to cut you off. And I said this, I cut off a lot of my friends during the Trump years. I must have dropped 10 people I know and a few cousins.
Right.
People that meant a lot to me at one point in life.
Remember the guy that was selling cigarettes? That was in New York.
Eric Garner.
Yeah.
Eric Garner.
They choked him out for selling cigarettes. He didn't even do anything violent, really. They just grabbed him and next thing you know, he's fucking dead.
And he goes and he's, you know, and he's, the thing is, and yeah, Biden said systemic racism and the conservatives are in a fucking roar about it. There is a conservative racism. He was elected to be the vice president of a black man twice.
Yeah, but you know why they don't like that phrase?
Because
that's them. That's who they are. That's the system that they're fighting to keep in place.
Well, no,
it is.
Yeah, but the point I got out of that, the stupidity of that comment is, and it was Laura Ingraham who said that, according to her, because Barack Obama became the president and was reelected, that means that all black people are treated with the same level of respect as Barack Obama. And because he made it, by her logic, because he made it, all black people should be happy that one of their own, back to that systemic racism, that one of theirs.
Right. She's like, the system works because one guy made it through.
And it's and that in and of itself is a systemically racist comment because you go, hey, look, one of your guys made it.
But see, she doesn't even realize that she's racist. See, that's the thing is, I believe that these people like Ingram, Tucker Carlson, they really don't think that they're racist.
No, they don't.
But they say all these things, and you're like, dude, you're a racist. But they're like, no, I'm not. I'm just pointing out, you know. Like,
well, Carlson is, like we said before, he never has answers. He has questions. I'm just asking questions.
Right.
But I tell you right now, I'm going to go past this one. I think the woman with the kid, and he's got the gun. He drops the gun. We'll see how that plays out. I hope that the jury came to the decision quickly, not for the reasons that you said, but because of the fact that look, it was overwhelming. The damning part to me was the EMT going, "I'm an EMT. I'm verifying who I am."
No, I hope that that's true.
I'm an EMT. I'm verifying who I am. Please let me help this man. Please let me provide medical assistance. And they refused.
I just have to say that
was it for me.
That's how jaded I am about the system itself is that it's hard to believe that they said, yes, we need to convict this guy without thinking about what would happen if they did. You know what I mean?
I would hope you're right. I mean, I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong.
No, I do too, but I'm saying that's how jaded I am about the system itself. That's what I think.
Well,
what's going on was, there was somebody in there that was like, well, I don't really think that this is, the guy was a drug addict, and then
Yeah. Look, I wanna move on. Here's my thing with this. I've heard cops. The thing that always impresses me, and I've said this story before. We should get Johnson and Johnson back. The fight. Well, the Johnson Johnson's like 6 out of millions got sick.
Yeah. 0.0000001%.
That's to say that they didn't already have the COVID and it was too late.
Did you see the thing that said? Let me get this straight. It's like they're not afraid of a virus because it has a 95% survival rate or whatever, but you are afraid of this vaccine that has 0.0000001%. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It tells you that these people don't use logic or facts in their decision.
No, everything is emotional.
Everything is emotion, and therefore, it's however they feel.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with reality, facts, logic, intellect.
Well, no, I mean, the trial for the other cops. The other cops, I think, are probably going to get lesser charges, obviously. I don't think there's going to be much jail time at all, but they won't be able to be cops again. They'll, I don't know. I mean, here's what I don't understand. How hard would it have been for one guy out of 4 to go, I have a conscience. This isn't what I signed up for. I was out here to protect and serve the public. Why none of them had a conscience, I don't know. I will say this, something that shaped my life forever happened to me about 20 years ago. I worked at a mini mall. You know that? I worked at a mini mall selling cell phones.
No, really?
And
you would do that?
And 2 black kids are fighting, and they're from Peekskill. Peekskill is a project. There's no polite way to say it. It's a ghetto. It's a shitty city. And it's a racist word to say. Fuck that. It is what it is. I'm going to call something for what it is. These 2 guys are fighting. The mini mall is at the center of a whole bunch of little towns and little areas. And little Irish cop, shorter than me. He's like 5'5". He goes, kids, I don't want to deal with this crap tonight. You go home. You go one direction. You go the other. And the kid's saying the N-word, and he's screaming and yelling. He's he's still screaming and yelling. And the cop gets in his face, and the guy is looking right to the cop, and the cop grabs him by the arm, shoves him into a wall, gets a little rough with him, and he goes, I want your respect. And the kid goes, I nigga, man, you got my arm, man, you got my respect. Come on, man. And you know what he does? He holds the kid, waits till he calms down a little bit. He's got all of the security of Simon Management at the mall surrounding him. Big sons of bitches that could have beat the kid to a pulp. Right. And they just waited for the cop, and he calmly assessed it, got the kid out of there, didn't bust anyone's skull open, didn't cuff him. He waited until the other guy. He waited. He was smart.
That's a good cop.
But that's my point. That shaped my viewpoint of police forever for the positive, that this can be done. So what annoys me about cops is not that cops are inherently evil. They're not. The problem is that they look at every fucking other cop, even ones they've never met, as a brother.
No, that's what we had this talk before.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is, it's like a
covering for them.
It's like a fraternity, and they feel like
that's what I don't like.
They feel like I have to protect my fellow officer. Like
that's what I don't like.
And well, yeah, but he choked the guy to death. Yes, but he's an officer. We're all members of the FOP,
Right. And the other thing is the paraphernalia. The cop paraphernalia kind of annoys me because you got a lot of fuckers running around there dressed up like the Punisher, who would beat the shit out of cops, and putting skull shirts with thin blue lines, and you look like, what to me that is? Remember the Affliction clothing line?
Yes.
The Ed Hardy shit?
Yeah.
Dressing up like you.
It's like a UFC fight.
Right, right. To me, that's what all that clothing is. To me, that's like you want to look cool, and you realize all that UFC clothing is not cool anymore. So now you wear these thin blue shirts, and you're strapped up with guns, and to me, you look like a fucking cosplayer. Right now, I'm wearing a D-Generation X sucker jersey from the 90s.
To me,
it's the same thing.
There's another issue that people don't talk about in a lot because they don't want to. Because first of all, you have to notice that people don't like criticism of America, any of it. If you're programmed from the time you're a kid.
No, Julia just said that.
Right, with the Pledge of Allegiance and all that, and this is the greatest country in the world, and you got to believe that. And if you don't believe that, blah, 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 blah. So therefore, you're not allowed to criticize it. And if you do, they call you a communist or some shit. Number one I'm saying is violence is glorified in this culture. There's people like you're talking about these people that wear the affliction shirts and go to UFC, like they love violence. Violence turns them on. Therefore, there's a certain segment of these people that, and it pains me to say this, but it's true, who revel in seeing things like that. They're like, yeah, that Floyd, he got what he deserved. Oh,
my father's talking that shit.
No, but I'm saying there are people that think that. They're like, oh, the cops,
I love
he should have done what he was told. He should have followed, orders or whatever.
He
wouldn't be dead right now. It's like, oh, if he didn't.
My father said this. My father said this. I hear him downstairs going, I've got drugs in my system. I've got them drugs, but I'm innocent, man. That wasn't the point. The point was that Eric Garner wasn't innocent. He was selling loose cigarettes, being obnoxious. The point that these people were.
I would agree with you. You finally found something we can agree with.
I've been to Canada.
Right, you never left this country. Most people have never been out of their fucking county to say that.
Yeah.
I
had this conversation.
You're in Kentucky with people who've never left Kentucky, and they're like, this is the greatest country in the world, and you're like, you never even seen Ohio. You didn't cross the fucking river. How can you say anything about it?
Because it's pride.
Well, that and propaganda.
A lot of the people I went to high school with.
You're brainwashed into
a lot of the people I went to high school with paired off, married the person that sat 3 chairs from them in class, and moved to the next town over.
No, that's what I mean.
And that's not a knock.
No.
It's not a knock.
I'm from a town like that, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, where my dad lives. Nobody leaves.
And this is Westchester County. Westchester County, which is, people forget, New York City is a county. New York City, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens is a county called New York County. Westchester County, where I'm from, is the next county.
So what's that, like Staten Island? Shit like that?
Well, Staten Island is part of New York City.
Well, no, but I'm saying the part that's right outside. That's like Yonkers and shit like that.
Yonkers is Westchester County.
Right.
That's where DMX is from. Yeah.
Like geographically what you're talking about.
Well, here. Real.
Well, I mean,
yeah. So I mean, New York City is Bronx, Manhattan, right below it, Brooklyn and Queens to the east, Staten Island further southeast,
right,
and then from the Bronx is connected mainland, and you go to Westchester County. And Westchester, you got Yonkers, New Rochelle, Mount Vernon right on the border, and then you've got White Plains in the center of the county, which divides the county in half. But then after White Plains, people are like, this is upstate New York. You're still in Westchester County. So DMX and me, Earl Simmons and Rob Bossellari Jr., we grew up in the same county.
Right.
You wouldn't think it.
I'm sure on the other side.
Yeah. So, but Westchester County is just at the beginnings of where you're starting to get, you're in suburbs, and you go one county north of that and you're in a rural environment now.
Right. And
these people in that, it's a different mindset. It's like, this is where I grow. My cousin, I love her. Her husband's a wonderful man. Her children are beautiful. She married a guy that she grew up with down the street. Nobody does that anymore. But that generation, just a few years younger than me, that's what you did.
Well, that's what people did for a long time.
Right. So I'm here because, costs of living and things like that. I'm not, but I'm going to tell you right now, my goal, I want to do voiceovers. I want to do cartoons. I want to do sketches. We've got the classic hooligans that we're doing with Robbie Aces. We just posted a new one called Sandwich Psychics. I'm having a blast doing it. I'm really having a good time. And we've got another one coming on the way that I just wrote, and we're going to be producing soon. And I think I envision our good friend Randall Thompson as the lead. I didn't write it with me in mind. I wrote it with I thought about it, and I'm going to show you the script after. And I want to have fun out here. That's the goal. I want to have fun out here. Fucking these headaches and all this bullshit. I'm telling you. And the headaches are coming from a lot of other people. There's a lot of fucking ungrateful motherfuckers in this town that'll swallow you whole.
Oh yeah.
And not even leave you with a blowjob. You know.
You see right now that the whole scene is fractured.
Well, I'm not even just talking about the comic scene.
I'm trying to stay out of it. But I'm just saying.
The comic scene out in Vegas.
There's a lot of fucking bullshit politics going on right now that has nothing to do with comedy whatsoever.
Well, Julia, now you touched on something. You know what the funny thing today is? I work at a furniture store. I don't want to put the name on here. God bless.
You are correct about that.
Every state
is massively different.
Right. So I work in a furniture store. Two guys come from corporate, and they came from corporate because our stores got robbed. Really? All of them but mine. All of the
break-in robberies?
Yeah, they smashed the doors open, stole furniture, stole electronics, and they robbed every store in the Vegas but ours. They came to ours and cased it, and we kind of recognized who they were, and they left. So these two guys in corporate come. I'm taking a shit.
Right.
There's a backstock, and I'm in the backstock bathroom. And all of a sudden, I get. Here's what my manager's hearing. What is he doing in there? That is the backstock bathroom. That is off limits to employees. It's a shitter in the back. It was a warehouse for something else back.
That's what I said. Why would there be a bathroom in the back if it wasn't for the employees?
And if it wasn't supposed to be there, they would have ripped it out. So
no, I just mean, like, who else is he gonna use it?
And my manager
it's in the fucking warehouse.
Right.
In the back.
Yeah. My manager, she's a sweetheart. They've got 3 managers there, 2 guys and a woman. She's a sweetheart. She works her ass off. She's like 25, and she does an incredible job. And I like her. I like her as a person. She goes, you can't use that anymore. Hold up. Hey, bro. Here's 2. Now,
then why is it there?
Hey, Bruce, you're thinking. Stop thinking.
That's why I hate corporate people.
So now these 2 corporate guys, it's like those movies where the FBI's come to talk to the cops, right. And they're idiots. They come in there. My assistant manager walks in. He's like, "Oh, hello. Why didn't he address me? Guy's got no badge on, nothing. He's just got a flannel shirt. Fucking 90 degrees in April in Vegas. Guy's got a fucking flannel shirt on and khakis. You fuck." He goes, "Why didn't he address me? He just said good morning and hello to you." "No, that's not what I asked you. Why didn't he address me?" What's his name?" "Robert." "Okay, Robert. Let me ask you a question. When you're closing,
like 6 feet, bitch. That's like 6. Get back.
When you're closing a sale, do you do an exit interview with your manager?" "Well, yes, sir. Every time." "Yes, sir. Every time." "Do you do an exit interview?" "Well, if they're not there, I go find them."
"Would you like to know when I jerk off too, sir?" Exactly.
And he just looks at me and he slinks away and he just goes, Good.
I hate corporate people.
You know what the funny thing is? Fry's used to do, now that they're dead, I'll say it. I worked at Fry's for 9 fucking years. What a waste. And these corporate cocksuckers would come in. Let me cue you guys into something. This is me. Hold on. This is my workstation. I'm a computer geek. I also worked in radio for years. Okay? I like having equipment. I like building what I can. You come and you fuck with my fucking workstation, I will drive this fucking Phillips head screwdriver right into your fucking eye socket. You never fuck with a guy's workstation. I have a fucking headache right now. You never fuck with a guy's workstation. That's fucking sacrilegious. You have to be out of your fucking mind. So they came in.
Start fucking.
So they come in. Now, I want to really preface this, and I'm going to preface this in the most bizarre way. And I don't know the guy's name, so...
That's the one part I used to hate about like I used to be produce manager, which is a department head. So I had to run the department. So when the corporate people come, you have to do that walking, you know,
Yeah.
corporate walk, which is basically where they just walk around and point out every little fucking thing that's wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Going right over the 100,000 things that you got right. They don't mention that.
Now,
it's all negative. It's always just finger pointing at what's, you know, what's fucked up. And that's the one part of it I could never stand. And that's why I like what I'm doing now, because I don't have to deal with that.
Now I want to show everybody something.
I get the same money and none of the fucking hassle.
So that's the guy from the Gangnam Style video, the guy in the elevator in the lemon suit.
That's not Psy, is it?
No, not Psy. It's the guy dancing next to Psy.
Okay, I was gonna say that's not Psy.
So there's a guy who used to work at Fry's. He was in charge of all the computer, of all the building. In other words, the maintenance of the laptops. It's shit broke. So this motherfucker comes in. The guy looks just like him, bowl haircut, little Korean guy.
Right.
You know, and what does he do? He decides one day that he wants Fry's to look streamlined. So he takes everyone's tools and everyone's accessories and everyone's extra screws and everyone's extra bolts and all the extra cables. In other words, you buy a laptop, it breaks, they send it back to the factory. Hey, we've got a perfectly mint-condition charging cable. We're going to just put that to the side. Maybe we can use it to test supplying the other laptops, give it to a customer who needs. They threw it all out because they wanted the area to look good. And I'm looking at this motherfucker. Wasn't even my department. They had to like grab me. They saw the look on my face. They grabbed me by the back of the collar and said, "You better get the fuck out of here. I don't need shit today." Okay?
They said no. You.
And like one of the guys who worked there, his name was Gabriel. It was
shit. He's about to go off.
Little Romanian man named Gabriel. And Gabriel is 65 years old from Romania. And I have worked in every fucking computer store that you can possibly imagine, Robert. I have fucking degrees. Who the fuck are these guys to come in and destroy my fucking equipment? I will fucking stab them. And I'm listening to this guy and I'm like, dude, you say the word. You're my fucking godfather out here. I will fucking make people disappear for this shit. I swear to God, Gabriel, you say the word, I'll disappear this fuck right now. I'll disappear this chopstick talking motherfucker in 2 seconds. Please. Oh, am I being racist? Goddamn right I am. I will fucking get Cy's little sidekick and boot his ass the fuck out of here. Now, I say this horribly racist tirade to illustrate one thing. For all the little streamlining, for all the little cocksuckers that ever come to your company from corporate, Fry's went out of business anyway. All that bullshit, all the pomp, all the ceremony, some dipshit who's got some college.
That's the thing. It's always bullshit.
It's always horseshit, and they got their and they're gone.
And usually it's like I work in the grocery store business, right? But usually it's like I work for this company. This is how fucked up this country is. I work for this company. They were bought out by a company called Apollo Capital Management, who is basically a hedge fund that like Mitt Romney's company. They go around and buy distressed companies and try to turn them into making a profit and then turn around and resell them, right? So, but what happened is they bought the fresh market. Now they're running the grocery store. They don't know anything about running a grocery store. They're capital management people. But yet these people have to show up with ties and coats and shit and to walk around like, and you're like, you don't have any idea what you're talking about, do you? You know, just talk to them for 5 minutes. Like, you don't know anything about this business, do you? But yet they're your boss.
And usually.
And you have to they hand down these programs that come from their offices. And you're like, this is not good. You can look at it on a piece of paper and go, this is not going to work. I've seen this before and it doesn't work. But you can't say that. You got to just do what they say.
And so
you basically have to follow a plan that you know is going to fail.
Yeah.
And go, I've only been in this business for 20 years. You know, there's not much of it I haven't
They're winging it. They're always winging it. And every time the same thing always happens. Manager looks at you and goes, look, man, as soon as you're out of this fucking place, we're going to go right back to doing it the way we've been doing it.
Right.
And then they come in and they find out that that's happened and they put their foot down and they go, okay, you're fired. The rest of you should be happy to even have a job. Right. Do you realize, God? And then they try to be your friend. Look, guys, I understand. It's tough out there, right? got bills to pay, babysitters, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about.
You wouldn't know about that, Mr. Six-Figure fucking corporate child.
No, I was right there with you.
Oh yeah, right there, licking the balls.
I remember
of your fucking upper manager.
I remember back 1979. I had a job just like this as a summer job. Yeah,
right.
But you
we're
guys
also licking the balls of the upper manager.
So you guys think I'm some stiff corporate guy doesn't know, but believe me, I do. And what we're trying to do is just maximize efficiency. That's all we want. We want to get the most out of your work shift.
It's like what's going on now where I work. Every place I've ever worked, every place, right? Grocery company, almost all of them, inevitably get this idea into their head that they can get rid of like the middle management people, like me, the people that do the orders and shit, people that know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And they're like, we can get rid of this by making a computer system that does all this ordering, you know, and every single place I've ever worked has tried this and it's failed. It never works. It never works. Whole Foods tried it not long ago.
When Amazon got them.
Doesn't work. Right. Yeah, no, because, you know, Bezos is all about computer.
Well, you remember,
and like I said, trying to eliminate all the higher paying.
You remember when Amazon bought them out? Here's the thing. When Whole Foods was pre-Amazon, now, mind you, Whole Foods is a Texas company, but you would walk in there and you would go, it would be a sign on the wall. $1 of every bit of produce will go to help starving women in Somalia. And you go, oh, these shoes were naturally sourced materials and made in Zimbabwe. Then
I worked at Whole Foods. They got a whole thing as ethically supplied. And
now
they can show you their supply chains. All
Amazon takes over. And all of a sudden, all those billboards were gone, and you saw
slave labor is now enforced.
And there was pictures on the wall of berries, and the new Amazon slogan was, "Boy, this is huge!" And I went,
"That was it."
Because it was a joke. It's berries, which are small, and they zoomed in on.
What I'm saying is,
and it's insulting to anyone's intelligence.
They got rid of all the stroke the progressive people's. Positive environment and all that shit. They got rid of all that.
All I can tell you, Bruce.
I haven't been in one.
Bruce,
I left before Amazon bought them.
All I can tell you is that Jeff Bezos lost the space war. Blue Origin is not going to Mars. It is Elon Musk all goddamn day. And because Elon Musk controls the next two space flights, it said Boeing back. So now Boeing can't go up because space traffic is controlled by Tesla. But, XRP, not for nothing. Howard Stern, whether he's a disc jockey or not, or just a shock jock, if we're talking just radio personality, Howard Stern's number one in every way imaginable. Every way imaginable.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to. Correct. Now, number two.
He's just become another corporate shell, seems to me.
Well, no, there's something different that happened to Howard Stern. Howard Stern,
once he got on those national TV shows and shit, he's like, I gotta
tone it down. No. This is what happened. This is what actually happened. So Howard Stern got to Sirius Satellite Radio in 2003, and now, Howard Stern gets to Sirius Satellite. Maybe it was 2005. He gets to Sirius Satellite Radio, right? And he can do whatever he wants now. He could do whatever he wants. Because I remember he used to have the pay-per-views. He had one pay-per-view where he had Michael Jackson, actor Michael Jackson, strapped to a fucking table, and he shoves a plug up his ass and shocks him with 10,000 volts for molesting kids. He used to do all these off-the-wall bits. Now, he gets on Sirius, and he starts mellowing out. And you go, what the fuck? Is he a corporate sellout? It's not quite what happened. Howard Stern.
Well, he was also, like I said, he also became a judge on America's Got Talent.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying is once he went on to television, he had to start being more careful not to offend these people.
That wasn't what it was.
A lot of money to be on this show.
Wasn't what it was. It had nothing to do with that. He was already at that point before he got onto.
Maybe he did that so he could get onto.
No.
He could look. I've mellowed out.
No. He maybe. His 9/11 coverage was amazing. What happened was, and I don't know the name of the woman, he has a showrunner, He's got Gary Delabate is his producer, but he has this woman who's kind of like his main assistant. His redhead. No, not Robin Quivers. She's a behind-the-scenes woman. You never see her. All right, let me see if I can pull up the.
Anyway, what about her?
And she basically, yeah, I think.
See, she's
no, it's not Robin Quivers.
No, but I'm saying she's always been his #1 assistant.
No,
and his co-host.
She's his co-host. She's not the assistant. It's Laura Lackner, is the woman. It's the woman who basically mellowed out Howard Stern. See, I think I got it right on the picture. I think I got it right.
No, that's his wife.
That is not his wife. His wife is Beth Ostrovsky.
Why does it say his girlfriend or wife?
No, that might have been a picture. I might be making up. It might be his ex-wife. But Howard Stern has an assistant, and Artie Lang did a whole bit on this. He does a whole, not a bit, but he did a podcast about this. And he basically said that this woman, anytime Howard started to do over-the-wall shit, over-the-top shit on Sirius, she wouldn't tell him not to do it. She would drag him in a different direction. Her job has been steering him in a different direction, which is why you don't have Artie Lang, which is why you don't have Jackie the Joke Man Martling. You got a lot of people who disappeared. Now, Joke Man he wanted a bigger cut, and Artie was, having issues. But it's why you never see these people again. She basically steered him in a direction to make the show more mellow and change the direction. And then he changed other things.
More marketable.
No. It's not.
She's a corporate.
It's not. Well, yeah, but it's not about marketability. He's already got 30 million subscribers. We're past that. It's not about marketability. I'm paying money to hear Howard Stern be Howard Stern. I'm not paying money to see, Ryan Seacrest. I'm paying money to listen to Howard Stern be the Howard Stern ass man, fart man, Mama Luca Boo Boo Day, do the gay jokes. I'm listening for Howard fucking Stern. And he started to change. And he had two people who were retarded, Down syndrome. And one was called Wendy the retard, one was called Gary the retard. And then one day he just, out of the blue, he goes, all right, Gary, I want to evolve as a disc jockey. And I don't think this is appropriate. So we're going to call you Gary the Conqueror. And Wendy, we're going to call you Wendy the Slow Adult. How does that sound? And you go, wait a minute, these are iconic bad characters. And you know what? It's just that I'm getting older and I want to evolve as a person. Now, he's been going through therapy for 30 years. So there is an evolution to where he got, to where he is. It had nothing to do with him just going on to America's Got Talent.
I know you like to say that, but
that was.
I haven't been in show business my entire life. I'll tell you right now that kind of stuff plays factor in. Now, whether if that's what made him make these decisions, that girl was whispering in his ear, like, "Hey, if you do this, you can do so much more."
I think it's more.
Get on ABC,
Well, no, America's Got Talent on NBC, and the thing with
you know what I mean. Yeah. I don't know because I don't
Howard
watch these
Stern
shows, but I'm saying
Howard Stern is famous in 1985 and then early 80s for being on NBC AM. Now, if you're a radio person enough like myself, I know that back in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, AM was a big fucking deal.
Yes.
AM was the shit. FM was big, always bigger, but AM was not a joke. You could not just walk into an AM station. By the time I got into radio, they were like, if you're on an AM station, you can pretty much do anything you want. No one's really going to pay attention because nobody listens. That's what I was told in college. Why would you want to be in radio? I looked at Howard Stern as like, this guy's fucking incredible. And, now I'm doing something podcasting. I like that trajectory.
Be in radio. I thought about it briefly when I was in college, when I was a kid. I thought about it, but that was around the time that like Clear Channel and all these big entities started buying up all the radio, and there wasn't really any more local radio. They got rid of program directors. So basically, disc jockeys became minimum wage people who just pushed a button for a satellite feed. There is no more like, oh, here's your local guy who spins, good music and like everything comes from a feed. If you travel Like when I travel doing comedy, you could travel, you could be listening to one station, you lose the station, you look for another station. You could find the same station in another town. Just playing the same music, same songs even. And it's the only thing different is the guy in between or the girl in between who's talking in between the break, you know. But the whole feed is coming from a satellite. That's when radio started sucking. Like radio used to be regional, you know what I mean? And ran by regional people. And every station had their own program director. So each station was different according to how that program director.
There it is. I found it.
Programmed his shit. Yeah, I've seen her before.
That's the woman. So her name is Marcy Turk. I do remember this. You get what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
Like somewhere along the line, radio became just like everything else in America. It's a big corporate, washed out fucking, and then they same thing. They wipe everything and put it all into this.
Well, so this is the person.
Radio.
Yeah, but this is the person who basically started steering Howard Stern into being more kind of generic and not confrontational. And that Howard Stern used to be. Howard Stern's a star fucker now.
It's like when I started doing comedy.
And now he has all these people he's kissing their ass. But he used to be fuck Hollywood. Now he's the star fucker.
Dude, I'm not kidding. These stations, if you live, I challenge you now. If you live somewhere where it's close to like 2 major cities, start in one city, turn on the Sirius or the what is it?
FM?
No. There's Clear Channel, but there's the other one. What's the other one called?
Intercom.
No, yeah, but no, there's one.
Viacom, Intercom. There was Cumulus Media.
Cumulus, that's the one.
That's the one I worked for.
Find your Cumulus station, right, in the city that you're in, and drive out until you lose that station. Then find the Cumulus station in the next town over on your radio, and you'll see they're playing the same satellite feed, the same fucking songs, the same fucking music.
I can tell you because I personally worked for Cumulus.
FM radio.
I worked for Cumulus Media from 2008 to 2010, maybe 2007. This is exactly what Cumulus did because I worked for them. I was on their FM. I was on their AM. I was AM morning show host of 12:30 AM WFAS.
That's different than
I was on the
big
FM
rock station in your town.
No. What I'm telling you is this: Cumulus Media was mid-market. The station that we worked for, we were going up against a station with 50,000 watts. I don't think we were 50,000 watts, but we had decent coverage. The way Cumulus Media worked is the same way that this furniture company I worked at now is the same way Fry's is. They look at the country and they go, this is one glob. This is not in 50 individual states. This is not 50 individual markets. This is not individual personalities. There is nothing different from one state to the next. It's all the same. There's suburbs, there's rural, and city. That's all they see it as. And when they fail to realize that each state is unique, you know.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Radio used to be regional.
No. You're right. So what they did by the time I got there was all of the jocks were not piped in. They were not. They didn't do that at first until about 7 o'clock at night. Used to have DJs running 24 hours a day at 4-hour shifts, which is what I did. They'd call me and they'd go, okay, Bob is sick. RJ, come in. I was RJ Williams. And they'd go, okay, you're going to come in. You're going to fill up for this guy. And I'd go, 103.9 WFAS, RJ Williams, sounds of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. And that was Fleetwood Mac with Rumors. And if you want a family 4-pack of tickets.
Why'd they make you use a bogus name?
Well, first of all, Bossoleri is a fucking ridiculous name. Bossoleri. And I
just wonder.
When I worked at VOX Radio, which is 1460 AM, 93.5 FM, and I was Rob Bossoleri. And for 1460 AM WVOX, this is Robert Bossoleri.
Well, XRPC, that's a whole nother thing. I've been saying this for a long time. Corporations ruined hip hop as well.
Well, yeah,
they took hip hop and they turned it into, was a revolutionary art form, and turned it into another packaged corporate garbage.
I think he's being facetious. But anyways, I can tell you from working at Cumulus that it wasn't piped in. What happened was when the economy started collapsing in 2008, all of a sudden, the first thing they did was they took the morning show host and they fired his co-host.
That's what I'm saying. They try to get rid of all the position.
Well, they got rid of the co-host who was a woman, and then they said, "Hey, your numbers aren't good with women. Well, you fired my female co-host. I don't want attitude." Then they took the female midday host, fired her, replaced her with John Tesh. And John,
right, but John Tesh, same thing, piped in.
Right, Tesh,
he's recording his show in Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah,
John Tesh. Here's what they did about that. They did have a unique way to deal with that. They didn't want people to think that John Tesh was not live in your town. So what they did was they put him on a tour and they sent him to every market once a week, maybe twice a week. They would send him to a market, send him to a Ramada Inn, and he would go, "Music and intelligence for your life, John Tesh, and I am here with you live, and we're at the Ramada Inn by the airport, and just to tell you that this is great, and I want to tell you that now, if you want to be able to eat more food, then the best thing for you to do is have a hot drink. Hot drink allows your metabolism to work, and you'll get to put more food down. That's music and intelligence for your life." And we've got Rob back in the studio. And oh, look at this. Our morning show host, Jay Michaels, is with. And they would do this to give the illusion that this guy was here all along.
Right.
And then what they would do is they would cut a track, and they would go, "Music and intelligence for your life" on 103.9 WFAS.
They do that all the time, though.
Right.
Like,
and then they would,
now you hear on the radio all these ads where they're like celebrities are like, "You're listening to so and such and such in Las Vegas," like.
Yeah, but that's different.
Like,
that's different.
But I'm saying they're not there.
No.
They fucking recorded that in Hollywood.
Bruce. That's done deliberately. That's always been in radio.
They sit there and they read every fucking station they have.
But Bruce, wait a minute.
Bruce.
That's done deliberately. That's a promo.
No, I get that.
No. That's different than what we're talking about.
It's the same.
No. That's a promo. In other words, that artist wants you to listen to their music. That was always done. That's a promo. That's normal. That's a good thing. What I'm talking about is when you have a jock who had a 4-hour shift, 5 days a week, gets replaced with Can. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously Jennifer Lopez isn't in Wichita. But Jennifer Lopez is going to say, "Hey, you listening to the beat of Wichita," and you're going to.
I get that.
That's deliberate.
They took that principle and they moved it right into the fucking program.
Right. All right. So with the programming, they and here's the thing with all of these things, when it came to radio, when it came to the jobs I worked at over the year, jobs he's worked at, these guys think that they're winning by cutting corners. Vince McMahon. Not to get back into the wrestling, but Vince McMahon now 2 times in a row on April 15th of 2020 fired about a third of the staff, a lot of wrestlers, and then on April 15th, 2021, he fired a lot of people after WrestleMania. He fired people that were over with fans, meaning the fans liked him. He fired commentators that people genuinely liked that were wrestling institutions. Did it twice, saving a buck, even though they're making record profits. Fired Samoa Joe, fired the Iconics, fired a lot of people. And this is just not wrestling. It's all these different entities. And they think that they're more profitable doing it.
You know what I would like to do at that time? The time he was doing that, like check the stock prices. Like is WWE a publicly traded company?
I don't know.
Because this is another thing about America that really sucks. The same thing is like what I was saying about when Apollo bought the Fresh Market. Or if you work for a company that's a private company, then goes public. Have you ever done that? Have you ever worked for a company that was private, then went public?
Yeah, look.
When they go public, all they care about now is profits, stock prices, and making sure that the shareholders get their money. And they don't give 2 fucks about anything else.
Actually, no, Bruce. The opposite would be true.
Well,
to a degree.
I've worked for.
To a degree.
Because I've been there.
No, what I'm saying is, in the case of something like an entertainment, a sports entertainment like WWE, if you are publicly traded now, you're beholden to the fans. So if you fire somebody that everybody likes, it's gonna catch you in the belt. It's the same thing as MLB leaving Georgia. It's the same thing with all these companies. Once you're publicly traded, your people who are investing, whether it's public, whether it's a handful of people, are going to.
Well, I don't think that.
Yeah, you got JT has it's a green screen.
I don't think that
it matters now. You don't get you don't get quite the same option.
Baseball is publicly traded. They're all they all have monopoly.
Oh, hold on. XRP, we got a question. Shoot. Let's get to some of you guys out here. What do you got, XRP? What do you got?
Yeah, baseball's in NFL. They don't have stocks. I don't think they have.
Whoa! Oh, that's a good question.
Keebler for sure.
Now that's a tough one. For a good minute there, wanted to fuck the shit out of Tori Wilson. Keebler was too thin.
Always been hot.
You know, they both were, but Keebler was too thin. Plus, George Clooney's been through there, so I don't know. Just fucking Clooney's run through there. That's destroyed now. It's.
What are you scared of, Clooney? I can't follow up Clooney.
No, man, that's shit, man. You know, it's a tough act to follow. Tori Wilson.
It's like that thing. There's that thing that said that this chick broke the world record at gangbanging. She banged 919 dudes in 12 hours. And I was thinking to myself, imagine being 920. You've been hanging out there all day, and she fucking taps out right when you're up. Like,
well, hold on a second now. Never mind. That's Tori Wilson, and that's her with A-Rod. I'd rather get sloppy seconds off George Clooney.
She's okay, but Keebler's hotter than her, dude.
No, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying she's not good looking. She is, but Keebler. Now pull up Keebler.
All right, hold on. We'll get there. Get out of this.
Keebler's hotter than that.
Oh my!
I used to have this thing for Trish Stratus.
No, she's sloppy. I
haven't seen her now, but I'm saying back in the day, she was hot as fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to see that now.
Yeah, she's hotter, dude.
Yeah, but I gotta see Stacy Keebler now, though.
But you know what though? She looks like some chick from a small country town.
My name is Stacy.
Like she'd be at your county fair wearing cutoff shorts or something. You know.
Hold on. That's not fair. That's her. And I'm trying to filter out the pictures of her walking around and. Oh Jesus! She wins. Oh! What the fuck is it? Hold on.
Oh, she got married. I didn't know she was married now.
Hold on a second. Now this is her now. So wait a minute. This is her now. Now here's the thing. You got to grade on a curve, and she married some tech guy. So this
looks like a regular chick now.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. Meanwhile, like fucking Tori Wilson is like fucking squatting and like ripping up phone books with her, bare hand. Tori Wilson again. We're back on the Tori train. So no, hold on. Now you want to see? You said Trish Stratus.
Right? No, I said I used to have a thing for her back in the day. She was hot. I haven't seen her recently, so I don't know what she looks like now. She still looks pretty good.
I don't know. It's not. Hold on. We got to do.
She's not like right in the prime of her fucking.
I don't know. Hold on. We're gonna do Trish Stratus. Hold on. Let's do it a before and after. This is the most dick thing you can do, but I don't give a.
You are kind of like.
Hold on.
I can't imagine why you had low ratings at women.
No, you gotta double down on being a dick. That's what they don't teach you.
So I was saying, like, what? How's that worked out for you?
No response.
Swimming in the pussy.
All right. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really fucking honest. Still good.
That's what I said. She's
still good. Still good. I mean, obviously.
She doesn't look.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. Obviously, you're not gonna throw anyone out of bed, but,
See, that's my problem with Hollywood, though.
Left and right.
None of these people will let themselves age gracefully. They start looking like clownish with all the surgeries and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at the face. It's not even the same face.
It's bone structure. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, see what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, see how much rounder her face is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And now that she's older, she's trying to get the wrinkles out.
Stretching it out.
Right. So they're stretching the face. It's like,
dude, it looks like
like a clown.
It looks like a fucking Halloween mask on the right.
No, that's what I mean. Like, but they all do it. Look at her lip.
Yeah.
Where she got her collagen injection is a little bit off. It's a little bit, see what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying about her lip?
The upper lip.
Yeah, it's a little bit swollen on the right side there.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's Hollywood does this to people.
Now.
I told you Barry Manilow walked past me not 20 feet away from me, and he did not look like a human being. I was like, how can you look in the mirror at yourself and think, yes, I look good. You look like a mannequin, like walking around. You know,
I can't tell the difference between him and Rod Stewart. What the hell?
Off. Just
what the fuck? I'm typing. Did the internet go down or something? I hope not.
Well, we're still on the air.
No, it's working.
Yeah, see, look at him. He doesn't even look like a fucking person.
Oh, God.
No, that's what I'm saying. Look at his face.
Oh, hold on a second. Jesus Christ, that's freakish.
No, I saw this guy. I said, I was stagehanding. He walked past me. I said he was like 20 feet away.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, holy
shit.
He looked like an android or something of some bad 70s movie.
It looks like C-3PO with hair.
Like the original Terminator when he was
hold on.
A plastic skin.
Hey, he looks like take C-3PO, add wig, a nose, and some ears.
Right.
He looks like C-3PO with like blue, like pasty ears and a nose. Like
he
God.
did not look like like a human being. It's like
no.
This is what Hollywood does to people. It makes them feel like they have to.
Oh my God. I don't know. It's just weird. The face looks just bizarre. Yes. Like the chin is just, I don't know.
See, look at his cheeks on the right and on the left. See the difference?
Hey,
like you could see his skin literally pulled on the
yeah.
Look at his smooth skin on the right picture.
You know what he looks
like?
Look
at the left. You could see there how his skin is pulled from the facelifting.
You know what he looks like? He looks like an old drag queen.
It just doesn't. I don't understand why they think it's okay. Why they think it looks good. Like it doesn't look good. It looks fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't help that they just let them go on these shows and just talk to them like they don't look like fucking freaks.
All right, hold on a second. Let's see.
Look at him.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking frightening.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit. Look at hold on. That just there's like two different faces. Like when they take the photos and they put them side by side.
Right.
You got one eye off in the other direction.
No, that's what I mean. He's had so much surgeries that his face is like
the eye. That's you know what it looks like? It looks like he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And it looks like he had a stroke. All right, so this side looks good, and then this side it looks like he had a stroke or he's high, and then his face is like plumped up here, but not so much here. I don't know what's going on here.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what I'm looking
at. Like
what
they did to Kenny Rogers. Did you remember that? They stretched his face so fucking tight that you could bounce a quarter off of it. Like
snare drum. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. But I don't want to.
He's in his 80s. No, listen, I'm not bagging on Barry Manilow. What I'm saying is I've noticed, like, look what Meg Ryan did to herself. And you're like, you can't sit here and tell me that Meg Ryan doesn't look at herself and regret, like, why did I do that to myself?
Oh, Jesus.
She was fucking cute, man. She was gorgeous. Why they feel the need to do this to themselves, I don't know.
We're not the first guys to bag on people fucking their looks up, but come on. What is that? I don't know.
No,
No, I'll be honest.
It's okay. How's this? It's okay to get old.
I'll be honest.
Just age gracefully.
Man. I would still hit this. I'll be honest. I'd still give this a chance. I think she'd be desperate to do.
As long as you scream like you did in Harry Met Sally.
No, I think that she's a boozer, and I think I could get her to do fucked up shit. I think I really could get her to do.
Well, it's Hollywood. Most people you could get to do fucked up shit.
I don't know. I think I could get some more out of her.
I mean, I said it's Hollywood.
Is
she still married to Quaid?
I guess. I don't know.
Scroll down there for a second. Wait, no, is she with Cougar? No, yeah, she's with Mellencamp.
Yeah, she's with.
Look at him.
Oh,
but see, look at him. He's from Indiana, right? Look, he did not do that to himself. He let himself age gracefully, like a man. Like a human being.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but I'm saying he doesn't look like he's gotten carved up.
Hold on a second.
Show him.
Yeah, I'll get there. And
see, that's the difference between a guy from the Midwest and the guy from Hollywood. He's from the Midwest, from Indiana. He didn't get no facelift. He's still got his forehead wrinkles and his fucking bag under his eyes. You know, like he doesn't. There's something about Hollywood that does this to people.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you right now, I'm not throwing her out of bed. I don't know.
I wouldn't. No, she's Meg Ryan.
If you didn't tell me who she was, and I'd be like, you know what? Hold on. I'd be like,
oh, they split up.
Yeah. So I'd be like, so what are we doing here, Meg? What are we doing here? All right, wait, hold on, Meg.
So she's not. So who's she with now?
Hold on a second. I gotta find a picture of Meg Ryan. Okay, hold on a second.
I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why people would do that to themselves.
All right, now here's the deal. I'm addressing this Meg Ryan. This Meg Ryan, is she giving head? Is she doing anal? 69.
Well, she's not Nina Hartley.
I mean, no. I'm gonna make her face a fucking pallet, is what I'm saying. I'm thinking that there's a lot more traction with her.
That's the thing about Nina Hartley.
Well, yeah.
You know she'll do all that shit.
No, I know she wouldn't. I'll tell you why she wouldn't. You're wrong. I'll tell you why.
Who, Nina Hartley?
She won't do that because she does that for a profession. So you're going to come home, and she's going to come home after a whole day of taking black dicks. Okay? Nina Hartley has spent the whole day taking black cock after black
she spent
cock.
Her whole fucking life taking it.
Right. But that's my thing. So now think about this now. Her fucking vagina, vagina is beat to shit. All right. She would have to do Kegels for the rest of her. Like she comes home. She doesn't want to fuck you. She just spent the night fucking Lexington Steel.
Well, I said that for years. I was like, I don't know why people would want to take something that's like one of the main pleasures in life and turn it into a job.
We got Adam Martinez wants to know what I think.
I said before, I'm withholding my opinion on Jake Paul until he fights anyone.
Yeah, I don't.
Who's a real fighter?
I don't follow that. So. Now,
like I said, he hasn't fought nobody. He's beat up a bunch of chumps and talked a lot of shit.
XRP.
He looks good beating up these chumps, but they're chumps. Get in the ring with someone that's a real fighter, and then I'll make a judgment.
Because it would be fake then. Now.
No, it wouldn't. Now, I just want to bring that back one time because I didn't bring this up last time when we were talking about it, okay? There's a difference. Now, whether you say you don't like the way boxing is now or not, they'll only let these guys fight like once, maybe twice a year, period. Why? Because it's fucking dangerous. They're not on the road every night doing WWE Raw, you know, like
no, I mean, if you're a local boxer, yeah, you might be. But anyway, no, here's the thing. I wanted to address XRP. The crypto. I don't know that much I live in Nevada, and I wanted to buy Dogecoin, because it's a fraction of a dollar, a fraction of a cent, and it would have been nice to be. You can't buy it in Nevada. You can't. I signed up for.
Why is that? You can gamble on everything else. Why can't you?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I signed up for one of the. I signed up for two of them, and one of them gave me a fraction of a Bitcoin. If you want to do that, the time to have been able to do that was 6 years ago, where I could have taken my tower to the right, had it running 24 hours a day, and you can still technically do that if you want to get into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but have you seen that? There was a story the other day said they're running out of power.
Well, if you want to get into cryptocurrency, there's a couple ways to do it. If you want to become a miner, there are what you need is a motherboard that would support dozens of graphics cards, was one made by Asus for mining. It has a bunch of PCI Express 1 slots that would allow you to connect about 18 graphics cards. Then you need to get yourself a low-powered processor, something real shitty. Then what you need to do is get yourself a fish tank, something with mineral oil in it. And then you submerge the graphics cards in mineral oil to keep them from overheating, and you run your internet 24 hours a day. No monitor needed. You're just nonstop mining, and you get a coin, it generates, it goes to your wallet, and so on and so forth. I wanted to get into Dogecoin because it's cheap, and Elon Musk keeps pushing it, and it keeps going up, but I can't buy it. And then what I do is I get frustrated and I just don't do it. That was it. I'm in Binance. Look up Binance, and there's another one. And if they let you do it, but it's set to your IP address. It's set to your zip, so you can't buy in certain states.
So here's where I sound like a crazy lunatic right wing person, but it's true. Okay, let's say you get all this money and you got your Bitcoin, like, or whatever, you got all this shit, right? But EMP, boom, it's all gone. In a minute, in a second,
well,
gone.
Yeah. So the idea.
So what is it really? It's a theoretical, bullshit. That's like.
Well, no, I mean, look, the whole point of our currency in the United States, it was backed by gold. Then, sometime in the 70s, they got off the gold standard, and it was just backed by God.
Yeah, but every country now has fiat currency. That's the one thing that nobody talks about either right now, is like the whole world is running a giant mega experiment where everybody now has fiat currency. Nobody's money is really backed by anything. It's all about.
Well, no, United States money is backed by oil. Oil is traded in United States dollars. So that's why a lot of these fossil
fuel companies,
if
they change the
they will.
Whatever. No, but I'm saying if they change the dollar is, what do they call that?
I don't know.
I forget the name, the term of it, but it's because the dollar is the number one used currency. Like you said, correct. They trade it in oil, but they can change that at any time. They could change it to Chinese money or something else,
and it would fuck the United States.
Right, and then what happens?
Here's the thing. I don't want to get into go down this rabbit hole, but I've said to people many times, oil is ultimately bad. It's air clogging. It's the source of a lot of wars, a lot of this, that, and the other. More and more vehicles are switching over to not solar, but electricity. And since you can get electricity from renewable sources, this will resolve itself, I think, by the end of the 21st century. However, there will be an economic imbalance as they try to adjust and figure out what to do.
Well, that's why they haven't ever done it. That's what I'm saying. People are so resistant to change.
It's happening. It's already the entire.
No, it's happening, but it should have been happening.
Well, whatever. 30 years ago. It should have been longer than that. They knew in the 70s. Before I was born. Here's what I'll say about it. General Motors, not GE, is going to switch to an all-electric fleet. That includes Cadillac, mind you. A lot of people are going to do it. It will happen. Grace Kelly or Meryl, I don't want to talk about fucking dead broads. They're fucking dead. What do I give a shit? It's not like fucking Dick.
Well, who died first?
Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was like a 14. By today's standards, she'd be like a fucking cow. No, I kid. I don't know.
You know.
I mean, I just said it. Fucking old Meg Ryan. So
I can't understand why you had low ratings with women. I don't get it.
So I want to talk about this. We got a few minutes left. Actually, we haven't even been on long. You just came late.
No, we've been on for an hour.
All right. So I'm on Tinder. And
oh shit.
And the first thing I noticed is there's a lot of Vegas female comedians that show up there, and one who will go nameless because I don't want to embarrass her. She's a nice person who I know is married, and she said, I joked about that.
I know who you're talking about. They're polyamorous.
Yeah, and I was like, you like, and she was no response. I would do it.
I said they're polyamorous. I don't think he cares.
No, I mean, I'm sure he'd want to make sure it was, you'd want the blessings. You'd want the blessings.
Well, you don't want it to be weird.
Yeah. I don't want to go,
yeah, fuck your wife.
Hey man, your lady's a squirter and a.
Did she tell you?
Hey man, let me ask you a question. Now I will say this guy's got the same name as me.
I can't understand that.
Hey, let me ask you a question. When you are banging your lady, is it normal for her to queef midway through because got a little ripe in there? And I'm just worried about her health. I only went to fucking Mecca a couple times. You go there every damn day to pray.
I just don't understand. I never understood that. I can't be like, I'll just call me. Like, it's all.
Here's the thing. I think Charlie's attractive. I'm not attracted to her, but I think she's attractive. Even if I was like, I want to bone the shit out of Charlie, I couldn't do it. I would be like, I can't. Like if this,
that's what I mean. Like your friends, It's like my friends. I said,
I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with people.
What's that chick?
I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with people.
You know, Chaz and his girl Daisy, or whatever. They're in the adult industry or whatever, and you're just like, I can't jerk off to my friend's girlfriend. There's something like inherently morally wrong with that. Where I'm from, you know, it's like.
Well, yeah, I got one. One of my buddies is a.
Some people out here don't give a two fucks. They're like, go ahead and fuck my wife. I don't
so
care. You know, like,
one of my buddies is a Marine, and he goes to me, Rob, I want you to do something.
It's a Henny Cuckman. Fuck my wife, please. Like.
yeah, right. I want you to do something for me, Rob. All right, I'm gonna give you $300. I want you to go Tropicana and get some bitches, and then we're gonna run trains on them and Eiffel Tower these chicks. Now and I looked at this guy and I blinked. And I went, look, if you want to go to a swingers party, that's great. I don't want to see your fucking dick. Come on, mate, don't gotta be like that. No, let me explain something to you. When I go to the gym,
like, if they touch you,
no. Let me explain something to you how I roll. If I go to the gym and I'm in the pool, and I got to take off my trunks, my bathing suit, whatever you want to call it, I do the old wrap the towel around, drop the drawers. Get the underwear up, take the towel off. Right. My dick doesn't need to be flowing free. Now, my dick is decently sized. I'm above average. I'm not ridiculous. I'm not Mandingo, but I'm not fucking your average white guy either. You know? Right. All right. I got room. I've got room. I got a lot of.
You got the good black half.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got mostly black on the dick side. That being said, my buddy is about the same size as me. I don't want to see his fucking dick.
No.
And he looked at me, and I
always hated like
gym class, God,
high school. Everybody standing around naked.
Yeah, no, we didn't have that in my high school.
I don't want to fucking be here.
Like, we didn't have that in my high school because my high school didn't have a pool, so we didn't have that. But the guy
in the locker room.
Yeah, but you know you get your underwear on.
And a shower and shit.
No shower. Was there a shower? Yeah, I think there was.
We had showers. Like they run us to fuck me sweating and shit. Like
yeah, but then we didn't take showers.
Take a shower, go
they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't have us do that. We didn't do that. We would do all the sports and shit, and then you would just
go sweaty to class. By the end of the day, everybody's ripe as fuck.
You smell like shit.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like.
No, yeah, but we didn't take showers at my high school. They were there, as I recall. You know, it's been 20 years. But no, there wasn't this thing where like you went to the gym and you played like 45 minutes of basketball. Plus, you had gym at Lakeland High School was fucking pathetic. It was like.
See, I come from the Midwest, but
no, it was pathetic.
No, but I'm saying like
it was pathetic. It was Boss Larry.
Like everybody was on the football or basketball team. You know what I mean? So they took gym class.
Leonard.
You had to do
Dietz.
You didn't have to do the president's physical test.
Dietz.
You never had to do that.
Oh God, no. So all right. So
president's physical education test.
we had a gym teacher named Mrs. Vaughn.
So to make sure you're.
Oh, this is the worst. We had a
shame.
We had a gym teacher named Mrs. Vaughn, and she was exactly what you expect, a stocky woman with the mullet, and she would go, part of the president's physical fitness challenge is to be able to perform dance maneuvers. So we will be doing
dance maneuvers.
We will, yes, sir, Mr. Leonard. We will be doing square dancing today. And we're going to teach you the basic principles of square dancing, followed up by the electric slide.
See, we had to do like you have to run a mile, and so under.
Mr. Leonard, you are talking out of line, Mr. Leonard. Yes, running a mile in under 2 minutes will also be a part of your president's physical fitness exam.
That's some fucking. Ridiculous.
Mr. Leonard, you will adhere to the state requirements set out by the state of New York.
You're gonna climb a rope.
No, so they got
50 push-ups.
So we had this is the evolution of shit. Thank you, JTS.
Yes, thank you.
When I was in grade school, they had the rope that went up to that ceiling. So if you were like 8 years old and you slipped, you're dead.
Yeah,
you're gonna crack your skull open. That shit's gone. As I got older, that shit disappeared. The middle school had the rope. And it didn't have the knots in it.
Dude, I went to fucking school where they still played dodgeball, where if you were one of the nerd kids or whatever, you knew you were about to get fucked up. And like
I got you beat. Bruce, I got you beat.
You could see like the bully kids or they love to play. Oh yeah, we love it.
Got you beat.
And then Wow, and they're trying to hit you in the face.
Did you ever play? I got 2 stories about that. Did you ever play wall ball?
So, basically dodgeball, right? Where you get on the wall and they throw the fucking balls.
So they throw the bounces off the wall.
Yeah.
You'd use a softball sometimes. You want to be a dick, or a hard ball, or a tennis ball. Bounce it. If you bobble it, you got to run to the wall before somebody throws the ball at the wall. If they throw the ball at the wall, you're out. But motherfuckers would grab a softball and try to peg you with it.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I got smashed in the lower vertebrae?
What I'm saying, dude.
Oh my God.
It was brutality.
Yeah. Now they got rid of all that shit because school is fucking pussified.
Line you up for bullies. That's what they
were
doing. Like.
School is pussified. You know who would play wall ball with us and would play with hard balls? The dare cops. The dare cops would be like, "All right, kids, you better get up against."
You fucking stoner pieces of shit. Get up against the wall.
No, this is the 6th grade, man. Show. We're in grade school. You know,
but still.
Like in my grade school, 6th grade was the top year, and then they made it 5th grade eventually. But yeah, 6th grade, and these teachers, and this guy has like this fucking baseball where the laces are coming off, and you're getting wailed by this fucking 50-year-old guy in the lower back, like you're fucking crippled. And our 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Lapatina, saw this. She just looked. She went, "All right, I've seen enough.
Right.
This is a brutality.
Brutality.
And I will not tolerate it." With the smear red lipstick.
Like, thank you, God.
No, we were pissed. We were mad. We were like, "Oh, fuck this, you fucking cunt. I told you to fuck up my game of wall ball, you stupid bitch."
This is the only time I get to interact with the cool kids.
I got. Now, middle school, by high school, it was a joke. By high school, I was in the computer room just, doing dumb shit. But
when I was in high school, I said they were chucking balls at your head. Like,
now, I was a camp counselor, and we played dodgeball, and the opposite team had these guys who were 12 and 13, and the youngest camp counselor could be 14. See where we're going with this? So this kid, the group on my team were like 6-year-old girls,
right?
Little bowl cut hair and blue eyes and rosy cheeks. And this kid launches a ball, and the little girl on my team, Kimmy, her head explodes like a grape.
Right.
Blood everywhere.
What kids don't want, they don't want you to know is kids are dicks.
She's crying. She's wailing her eyes out, right? So they send the 2 kids to timeout. And timeout was at this gym on the other side of the campus. And this was a weird gym because it had carpet. It had that industrial, I can light a match with this carpet. It's going to give you the worst rug burns.
Right.
And this is where they would send the kids to play, volleyball. So I go in there and I said, "You 2 kids, we're almost the same age as you, Rob. You shut up when I'm talking. I'm the counselor. You 2 little brats busted her face open. She's 6 years old, barely 6. What do you think that's cool?" They're laughing at each other. I said, "You know what? I'm going to give you a break. If you can beat me in dodgeball, I'll let you go." They go, "Oh, you're done, man." First kid launches the ball at my skull, and I went, he freaks the fuck out. Right. He's like, "Oh." The next kid launches it at me. I bounce it off the ball, and I hurl this fucking volleyball at this kid's dome. I did like Vegeta, like final blast. Ah!
Right.
This thing was like those animes with the balls bending and warping with space-time.
Put the Dragon Ball Z right at him.
Oh my God. His head turned bright red as I exploded his head like a zit. Right. And this kid's on the ground, "Oh, you fucking piece of shit, Rob." I got right up and I'm like, "Hey, you little shit. How does that fucking feel, you little piece of shit? You gonna fucking beat up a 6-year-old? Huh? Huh? Get the fuck out of here. Tell him what I did."
It's like Jake Paul. Like, "Look, I beat up that 7-Eleven clerk.
Tell him what I did.
Look how fucking tough I am."
I said, "Yeah, I want you to go to Officer Capron. You tell him I fucking did that, you little piece. Oh, you fucking hit a 5-year-old girl again, you piece of shit." Bulma is a fucking. Bulma is. She's a thought. She's a thought.
What is that?
That hoe out tricking. She's Bulma.
I don't know.
Dragon Ball Z. Oh. Bulma is a fucking thought.
I just know the name of the show. I never really watched it. But.
Bulma, the whole show, Dragon Ball Z. And Bulma's fucking this guy called Yamcha. Right. Yamcha's a bitch. So then this yeah, she got the money.
Usually all the cartoon characters have like only like one female character.
No. Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball had this character called Launch, and sometimes in the Japanese it was called Lunch. And the idea was if she sneezed, she would turn into a Mac-10 wielding psycho and shoot at everybody. And then she would sneeze back and she would be blonde hair, blue eyes, and all like cutesy.
I will say this. I've been watching this.
Vegeta fucked the shit out of her.
I've been watching this thing about Japanese history, and they're fucked up.
All right, you know.
No, I mean, they're fucked.
So, like, you know, in anime.
I didn't know that much about it, like the actual history of Japan.
Oh, yeah, they're fucked.
It is fucked.
So,
up.
in Japanese manga, in the Japanese hentai is a Japanese word for pervert, and it's what they call all of their sex cartoons. Right. There's always a tentacle monster raping the women. It's usually something with octopus tentacles, right, raping the women stupid. And sometimes the tentacles have penises at the end. You know where that comes from? Japanese women were shoving squid and octopus in their pussies.
For?
Get off.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't need meaning to like, your pussy smells fishy. Like, it's like, no, I mean literally. Oh my God, I don't know.
That's a real thing.
That's fine. No, but that's what I'm saying is they're fucked up.
And we'll do.
They're fucked up. Like
yeah.
The history of Japan is fucked. Like I've been really getting into it, and it's like so much blood, so much fucking violence, so much fucking like weird beliefs.
That's like they get into that shit, the women.
They said this guy had an apron. This guy wore an apron. He was soaked in the menstrual blood of virgins because they thought that would protect them from, you know, something.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Where do they get these fucking beliefs? Dude, that's fucked, dude.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's live. And in China, they and then the other thing they do is they try to eat the octopus live. So they'll take the live octopus and they will try to bite off the tentacles. Yeah, but that's, yeah.
No, eating the food and shit is different. I'm talking about just like the belief system and their whole thing. You know, they were fighting each other for almost 150 years, Civil War.
Yeah.
150 years. We had a Civil War. What was it, 2 years, 3 years almost? Like 150 years. They're rolling over the hills at each other, just fucking slashing with swords and cutting heads off.
Yeah, no, but that's
they had a thing. They had a thing. It's a ceremony where the winning commander would have the heads of all the people that they killed that day presented to him, and he has to look at them in the face, each one of them. Well, I said one guy had to look at 2,500 heads in one day. They brought them on a tray, and they're all washed and made up. And you had to look at it's like an honor and respect thing. You know, you have to respect your enemies by looking at him in the face of his dead, you know, severed head on a plate. You're like,
you know what I'm imagining now?
You're like, dude, this culture is fucked up.
You know what I'm imagining now? Stacy Keibler getting fucked by an octopus. Stacy Keibler just getting worked over.
Because you're a twisted fuck, that's why.
Look at that. Look at that. She's even got an octopus. She gets worked over by an octopus. You want to know how I know that? You want to know how I know that Stacy Keibler is getting worked over by a fucking octopus? Look at her ring on her finger. She's got an octopus ring. Someone's
not an octopus.
That's tentacles.
Like 2 horseshoes.
Yeah, no. That's an octopus. She's secretly into Japanese.
See, you see what you want to see. Like you don't.
Stacy Keibler. Years of getting fucked by George Clooney. And George Clooney's an actor,
but got something about George Clooney.
George Clooney's
I can't follow it.
No, George Clooney's not a coxman, right? So Stacy Keibler, I'm giving you the back.
He's not. Yes, he is.
No, that's the persona. They see you.
The line of women.
Yeah, because he's famous. But then you get to the bedroom, and you don't hear the exit interviews. Have you ever heard the exit interview?
No.
So there's no exit interview. So what's happening here? Stacy Keibler's years of unsatisfying sex. So what happens is now she's got this nerd on the hook, and she knows he's good for the money, and she'll suck his dick every once in a while. He'll stick it in her. She'll moan a little bit. She'll put on a show. You know, Then when he wants to really get in there, she'll push him away and go, "Oh my God, you stud!" And then she's going to go to her local fish market, and she's going to get a live 8-pound octopus, and it'll be fresh.
Yeah, but
and what's going to happen is that thing's going inside, and that's what that ring is. That ring is to signify that she's part of the secret alumni, the secret Illuminati of women who
the octopusy.
Right, the octopus. Yeah. I don't know what they
bring back an old phrase.
No. An extra piece says that Stacey's into carpet munching. Sure, of course. I don't doubt that too. She's probably got Tori Wilson. You know, Tori Wilson's got her in the head scissors, and Stacey Keebler is just like turning blue. But she's trying, and that's another thing. So Stacey Keebler, here's what happens. See, I happen to know about this because again, I know about wrestling. Bruce doesn't. Stacey Keebler gets a head scissored by Tori Wilson, who's got amazing calves, amazing like brick fucking steel calves, and the game that they play is how quickly Stacey Keebler can lick out Tori Wilson's pussy before passing out from lack of oxygen. I mean, they're calling this one the Georgette Floyd, and
that's ridiculous.
Too soon? Too soon?
Yeah, it is too soon. Anyway, I gotta go to work.
For Tori Wilson, unfortunately, it was too late because she never got there.
We made it an hour and 25 minutes without getting into a screaming argument.
Look, my bar is so low. It's for what I want
to say. You know a lot about this sexual activity.
So what I'm explaining,
who's gonna die old and alone.
No. Very simple. What I'm doing is saving my money right now, putting it into a 401k, a CD, and then what I'm going to do is like, you know, there used to be this guy at Fry's. I'll leave you with this. There used to be this guy at Fry's, and he was 70 years old. He had a comb over, perfect comb over, and he would go, "I'm looking for the senior pal," and the senior pal was like this like really stupid computer. It looked like a McDonald's terminal,
right?
And he would go, "Oh, look at that, Rob. Your name is Robert. It's so elegant. It's so simple." And behind him is this 24-year-old fucking Thai girl who got like taken right off the boat. You can see like the burn marks on her ankles and wrists. And she's playing like fucking Pokemon Go.
Right.
And he comes by a year later and I said to him, "I remember you from last year. You wanted to buy this thing. Are you ready to buy it?" "Oh, it's such a good computer, sir." "Hey, you came last year." "Did I?" "Yeah, you had like a little 25-year-old Thai woman." And then a different one comes up. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? That girl has been wrecked by fucking squid and octopus.
What, he got like a collection of them in his basement?
Dude, do you know how cheap it is? You go to Thailand, they're living in a fucking jungle, you know, hoping not to step on a landmine.
Anywhere in
no.
Any third world country.
Yeah, no. Because
tell some chick you'll bring her back to America.
Yeah, but you don't want to get some fucking expensive cunty Russian. You don't want Eurasian. Now, I don't want no fucking cunty Russian with ideas like a grandeur, you know.
Or she turns out to be a KGB agent.
I don't want to find out she's some Maria Butina.
Right, that's what I say. Like, it turns out to be some operative.
No, I don't need that shit. Look, honey. In the words of Mel Gibson, "I just want you to get home and blow me." He's a fucking anti-Semite, but he was right. If you've got a Eurasian name, your job is basically to suck dick for that Christian Dior. Do you want those Christian Louboutins? Then you're taking, you know, you're gonna do some things, and you're gonna not be proud of it, but you're gonna do some things, and you're gonna be goddamn grateful that you're not in some fucking Russian gulag, you know.
Well, I was gonna say, like, well, no matter what you can think of, I'm sure,
honey,
what they think of,
honey,
is much worse.
Honey, let me lay it out for you. Do you really want to spend the rest of your days dodging bullets from a Volishnikov in Crimea? It doesn't have to be like this.
Right.
You know? So whatever they say about me, I'm not going to put a gun to your head, and I'm not going to shove an octopus in your pussy.
Like, no matter what you can come up with, I'm sure they come up
with
much worse.
I'm not going to shit on your chest.
Right.
You know? And I shave down there. It's going to be clean. It's not going to be gray hairs. I'm going to make it real neat for you. I even go to the gym 3 times a week. There's not going to be much flab. I'm going to make sure that it's presentable. And I'm
totally superficial, by the way.
And I'm not going to, no. I'm not going to do one of the things where I rip my face off.
I'm barely even a human being at this point.
I'm not going to Barry Manilow it, and I'm not going to do the Barry Manilow where I have my face chiseled off, okay? Hold on. I want them to understand.
I really have to go.
This could be you and me, okay? I'm going to use this as an example. This could be us right here. Now, look at me. That's not too far from where I am, you know? And that could be you. You're a little older, but that's fine. Now, if you want to do this, Miss Eurasian woman, you just have to agree to some standards because your Thai counterparts are doing anything. And and by the way, they can barely speak any English, so there's nobody they're going to testify against because who the fuck are they talking about? Nobody understands ting tang tong. Oh man, this is what are you gonna go to, right?
Humanitarian, Rob Bossleri.
who are you gonna talk to, huh? Who's gonna listen to that shit? Nobody understands you. Nobody fucking understands what you're saying anyway. So look, I'm giving you options in life. I'm giving you.
You know the deal. We love you. We love each and every one of you.
We love each other.
Thanks for watching. And we'll be back next week, same time, same channel.
And I'm going to give you the menu of the women that I'm going to be exporting to this country who are going to be happy to be Mrs. Bossleri.
Try to get as many shows in as we can before Rob catches a kidnapping charge.
No. This is Interpol at this point.
Whatever, international trafficking of
Hey, look.
flesh for carnal means or whatever. I'm sure they got some fancy word for it in England.
Actually, yes. They call it a transportation means.
Right, exactly. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'll be at the Artisan Hotel Thursday night. Show starts at 8 o'clock.
Well, who's producing this one?
That guy Artemio Rios.
All right, I don't know. It's not a Dennis Lavender.
I can't remember his name.
All right, and then next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, you can catch Bruce.
Artemio Rios.
You can catch Bruce at the Gravy Train, and I might make an appearance if I don't have a splitting fucking head like I did last week. Because he called me, and I'm like,
Anyway,
and
we love you guys. We'll try to see you next week.
I gotta look good for my future Thai wives.
Good night.
All right, have a good night, guys. See you next week.